Today we're going to talk about distinguishing between participial, gerund, and infinitive phrases. These are all things that we've talked about before and that you have experience looking at, but sometimes it can be confusing, so it never hurts to have some review. All of these types of phrases are known as verbals, and there are three types. The first is participial. They function as adjectives. Adjectives modify nouns and pronouns. Present participles end in ing, and most past participles end in ed, unless, of course, we're dealing with an irregular verb, in which case the ending of the past tense will be whatever the normal ending of the past tense verb would be. Gerunds function as nouns, which means a person, place, thing, or idea, and they always end in ing. Infinitives function as nouns, adjectives, or adverbs, and they almost always begin with the word to. We're going to start with present participles. Present participles, remember from just a minute ago, end in ing. Look at the example. The growing child was curious. The present participle in that sentence is growing. It's acting as a modifying adjective for the noun child. We can also have a participial phrase. Throwing their hats into the air, the fans of the victorious team let out a great roar. The participial phrase is the participle and any complements or modifiers that go with it. Now let's talk about past participles. Look at the example. No one would eat the burned toast. The past participle burned works as an adjective modifying the noun toast. Past participles can also be used in phrases, as in the example, the winners, elated by the victory, shook hands with the losers. Participial phrases, just like other phrases, contain the participle and any complements or modifiers that go with it. Gerunds. Gerunds always end in ing. They can be single words. In the example, running gives Yuki a sense of well-being. If you see, the gerund running is actually the subject of the sentence and it's acting as a noun. Gerunds can also be found in phrases. Leafing through photos is a good way to remember old times. The gerund phrase is leafing through photos. It begins with the gerund leafing, ending in ing. Then we come to infinitives. To stand can be uncomfortable. You can see the infinitive to stand. Infinitives 99% of the time will begin with the word to. It's acting as a noun in this sentence. It's acting as the subject. Then we have an infinitive phrase. Mary Cassatt was one of the foremost American painters to paint in the Impressionist style. So now we have the infinitive phrase, including the infinitive to paint and modifiers and complements that go with it. So that's a quick review of verbals, participials, gerund, and infinitive phrases. Always remember that they include the adjectives and adverbs that modify them.